get into it, I got to talk about the NFL draft first before we get into the hoops, man. I know all y'all boys watch football. How would y'all grade y'all team's draft so far? Because I know you guys are Chiefs fans. Detroit.
Lions.
Yeah, Lion. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So how y'all feeling about the draft so far, man?
Let me
About the
let
team.
me
Y'all.
let me start off, man.
Yeah.
My Cowboys. We did good. We did good, but we didn't draft a number 2 wide receiver. What we gonna who that gonna pass it to? That's my only thing.
So what y'all pick up? Y'all pick up some defense or what?
Defense, offensive line, and 2 running backs. 2 running backs.
Okay. I feel like Kansas City ain't got no. Did Kansas City have any picks in the first round?
Yeah, they got
what?
They got a line. They got a line. They got a line.
Listen, y'all know I ain't hip. I ain't hip. That's why I'm asking.
So just real quick, bro. So our first draft pick was Justin Simmons. He came out of Ohio State. He was actually rated the number 1 tackle. And then he got a knee injury, and he dropped all the way down to 36. But I guess the Kansas City Chiefs nurses and doctors, they was like, yeah, this thing recovering. You 100%. We like you, whatever. Then we got a defensive tackle and an edge rusher, which is what we need because we ain't got no pressure besides Chris Jones. And then we picked up a dog ass linebacker from Oregon, real good. And then we picked up the cornerback. He had the most interceptions in the league. In college last year. He a ball hawk, so we needed that so we could move Trent McDuffie to the nickel. And we got this crazy fast running back from SMU. He kind of remind me of McKinnon. So we gonna he might end up.
Hold on. Don't talk me to death. Do y'all got enough to beat the Eagles?
Yeah. I'm about to put that chicken up.
The Eagles. That's what I'm saying. Listen,
and we play. Nah, don't ask me about my damn draft grade and then try to cut me off because you ain't even watch the shit.
I actually did. That's what I just don't know nobody.
So name the first,
I actually watched it, but I don't.
Well, name the first 3 picks.
I know Cam got picked. I know Taylor Hunter got picked. Travis Hunter got picked, and then I don't know who third, but I know it was an edge rusher that went forward to the Giants. An edge rusher, dude from Georgia.
Abdul Carter.
Yeah, try me again. Try me again.
My bad.
Try me again.
Big dog.
Yeah, I watched it. That's what I'm saying. I watched it. Yeah,
you missed out the offensive lineman though. It's all good.
It was an offensive lineman.
Offensive lineman to the
third. Okay. Yeah. I seen the edge rush. I went to the Giants because I just knew the Giants were supposed to pick Sheduer.
But I did not see that coming though. In regards to the Jacksonville Jaguars trading up to number 2 to go get Travis, that's crazy.
I like that pick because at first I was like, he don't need to go. Who had number 2? Cleveland.
That's what I was going to ask.
Cleveland had number 2.
Yeah. I was like, don't go to Cleveland.
And damn, what's that rookie that came out last year for the Jags and he did okay. He didn't do great, but he's gonna do better. He had like a real regular ass name. Receiver for the Jags.
Brian Thomas.
Yeah, Brian Thomas from LSU, right?
Yeah.
So you got Brian Thomas, and then now this is telling me that they want Travis to play receiver. I know that they're gonna try, snaps and say, "Hey, yo, you can play both sides of the ball." But I think that now they're saying, "Hey, we want you to play receiver." And with Thomas, Travis Hunter, and Trevor Lawrence coming back from injury, and then they beefed up the offensive line. I think they're gonna be 500 this year. They ain't saying much.
Zay, how did y'all draft, man? How Detroit do, man?
I feel like we did what we needed to do. We got some offensive linemen, some defensive players and stuff like that to kind of. But we drafted 2 wide receivers. I don't know why we drafted the wide receivers we did, but they solid players though. They solid players.
Y'all finna let one of them go. Yeah, we need one. Come on.
Hey, and I see
keeping J-Mo, man. We keeping J-Mo.
Yeah, I keep.
That's why I want.
We got to shout out Cam Moore for getting first pick.
Man. I don't think y'all would keep J-Mo over damn St. Brown.
I mean, we definitely gonna keep St. Brown, of course.
No, the reason why I say that because you want to keep St. Brown, but you also want to keep that little bit of chicken on the side for Sam Laporta. And Jameer Gibbs. Hell, damn, the whole specialty group on offense. Sign them all.
But they just exercised the 5th options on the Hutchinson and J-Mo. So
my God, Hutchinson! But Hutchinson came off that leg, so we don't know what type of player he's gonna be. He got the tools to be back.
He the DN, ain't he?
Yeah, he crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, E, what's up, E?
I'm hip, man. I'm telling y'all what. I'm hip a little bit.
This shit get me turned up when
once Terrell Owens left the league, I stopped watching football. I watched a lot of football coming up, but T.O., you know T.O. from Chattanooga. Well, let me rephrase that. He went to the University of Chattanooga, so I was a big T.O. fan, man. I lost it, man. But like I said, hey, we got to shout out Cam Wood. Lil, you got to who your team, Lil, in football?
Shout out to Cam.
I might be a Titan now, man.
Ah, okay.
Might be a Titan, man. Might got to jump the bandwagon.
Yeah. Shout out to Cam Wood, man.
I'm a Colts fan, man.
I ain't gonna lie. Okay. I ain't gonna lie to you, Lil. He ain't finna do. He gonna put up his numbers, but the organization,
the Titan. Nah,
they picked up a Miami receiver too. He gonna.
What kind of threw me off though, fellas? They drafted a lot of tight ends in the first round. Like I was like, this is how I know that the league is changing. You know what I'm saying? In regards to the not just your conventional blocking tight ends, but the guys can go out there and make a difference. So I like this. I like it.
Fair enough. How did y'all feel? Because the real reason I brought the draft up is because I wanted to talk about Sheduer Sanders dropping to I guess where'd he go, y'all? Fifth round, fourth round to the Browns? Fifth round. Was it warranted? How do y'all feel? I just the overall
but just think about it. Like he was supposed to be a top 5 pick, but he ended up being in the 5th round. Like that don't even
has that ever happened before?
Like every single day he was the #1 player available. Like you know what I'm saying? Like nobody was. They just kept looking at him like, oh, we're good.
I think they was trying to send a message.
Yeah, that was the whole point.
Ken, what you think? I'm gonna go after you.
I think to me, he the best quarterback in the draft. He better than Cam. To me, he the best quarterback in the draft. I'm gonna keep it real. Cam, he all right. He just
it don't need, but Ken, even to that point though, whether you have him 1 or 2, that was like 4 quarterbacks drafted ahead of Shedeur, right? It was I remember the Jackson Dort guy, 5.
It was
Shrew, a guy named last name. Yeah. So there was a lot of guys.
The Oregon quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jackson, Cam.
The person EJ said that Tyler Shrew, whatever.
Tyler Shrew, yeah. I saw him.
Is that and then why the Browns drafted another? They got like 5 quarterbacks.
That's what
they using it for trade bait.
That's their original plan. They wanted to draft Shedeur, but they was like, "Hey, you gotta just wait." You know what I'm saying? The higher ups was talking to him, so they had to wait. So they got Dylan Gabriel probably end up being the backup quarterback.
So here's the thing.
Anyways,
he could have
because I wanted to say something to Zay point. My bad. Go ahead, Ken. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I wanted to say
he could have went to the Saints. He could have went to the Steelers. He could have went to the Seahawks, the Browns, and the Giants.
The Raiders. There's a lot of things.
This is what throws me off, though, y'all. Listen, this is what throws me off. If the Browns had the 2nd pick, could they not have just picked Travis Hunter? And then if you were gonna wait, if y'all knew Sheduer Sanders, like the NFL in general, knew Shedeur was gonna be on the board till the 5th fucking round, could they not just pick him then as well?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think
what benefit do they have by not picking Travis Hunter?
I think Travis Hunter said he want to play both sides. If he not gonna play both sides, he don't want to be on that team.
Yeah.
So I think Jacksonville gonna let him play both sides. So
they ain't got no choice.
And that's where he's from.
Organization that that's what happened though. They seem like they just want to win. They said, "Fuck it, let's try."
Whatever. So I think back to your main point, E. We have to revisit this as a totality. Yeah, something like this doesn't happen. It's a very rare occurrence because he is a top 5 talent. But there's a lot of things that you got to take into account for. First of all, he was denying all interviews. He was denying to throw. Like, you're a quarterback and you said they already seen me throw. Why I gotta throw? The sense of entitlement is so crazy. And what I didn't like is they bring the comparison to Bronny and Braun and Dion and Shedeur, right? So this is my thing. Dion is not a player. Dion is not an NFL on an NFL team right now. Dion did what he did, got his flowers, and he's a coach for the Buffs. Braun is a player and that the Lakers owed money to, and that's what he used as a collateral. Hey, bring my son over here, and I'll continue to stay for the Lakers. Dion doesn't have the pool like a lot of people thought he did because he's not a player that's playing. But the thing about it is, you're a quarterback, a prospect, a top 5 prospect, and you refuse to throw because you said that they already seen you throw. Every time they ask you a question about how you treat people and X, Y, Z, they said that he's the most entitled person ever. They said that some of his responses just feel just like snobbish and stuff like that. People got to understand, bro. NFL is a business, dog. You know what I mean? It's about how you treat your players. Treat like they said that he blames a lot of the players when things go wrong, X, Y, and Z. And you play in the weak conference, bro. Like let's talk about it. You know what I mean? And they always want to make it a thing. Like
Ken got a response. What you got, Ken? What you heard?
His daddy could have took the Cowboys job and draft both of his sons.
yeah.
The head coach. They want him to be the head coach, or what?
Yeah.
Jerry Jones ain't going for that, man.
He offered him.
Nah,
He offered
if he
him
was
a
coach,
job.
he was gonna
He
do
offered
that.
him a job.
He was
He
gonna
offered
draft
him the job.
Jerry
He
Jones
coulda
He could have got the job, draft both of his sons. He would have been. We need that.
When
We
the
need
last
a quarterback.
Ken,
We need a quarterback.
when the last time you seen a brother with that hat on in Dallas?
Offensive coach.
No, I'm not talking about offense. I'm talking about period. I ain't talking about. I ain't talking about one
Jerry
time.
Jones ain't going for
When
that.
the last time you seen a brother with that type of hat on and that jumpsuit or whatever?
Never.
But that's
What
the
you got,
point that
Lil?
I'm
What you
saying.
say?
He did offer him the job.
That's cool.
Jerry Jones only offered Dion that job because he need that money. Dion gonna bring that money. I don't care if we win games.
Okay. It was a
Dion gonna bring that money, man.
Hey,
No, public
the
affairs.
Dallas Cowboys name bring in money.
That's
Yeah,
true too.
off the bat, but
Ted was bringing up the fact that they was comparing them to Dion and Bronny. I heard more so Eli Manning and Archie Manning. What? I'm not as familiar. So
I
apparently
seen that
Archie Manning.
too.
Go ahead,
Eli.
That was well, basically when Eli Manning got drafted, he was supposed to go to the Chargers, and basically the family. Well, I don't know the
he
pops.
did go to the Chargers.
Yeah, but it basically was like he's not going to play.
He said he didn't want to play. He said that when they had their meeting, he didn't want to play for the Chargers. He said, we'll see, whatever the case may be. But
yeah, so why is that? So why is that considered not entitlement, and what Dion them is doing entitlement? That's why I'm confused because Eli still got drafted. Archie Manning still has the same pool as I would say, well back then anyway, as a Deion Sanders. So why is one entitlement and the other one? Well, that's just the business.
Nobody said it like that.
Okay.
If you look at that, he said he didn't want to play or whatever the case may be. They asked him some questions, and then he ended up getting drafted by them anyways, and then he got traded with the Drew Brees situation, right? So he went to New York. So he was going to play regardless. It's the desire. Phillip Rivers, my fault. Good shit. The desire to want to play is what I'm saying. That's what he said. Like, and with Shedeur, you're saying Dion went out there and said, "We're not going to play for no teams that play in the cold or open domes." What? That's like half of the daggone teams in the AFC. So then it's like, you're already eliminating. He just said he didn't want to play for the Chargers, particularly. I guess they had some kind of internal conversations that they didn't like or whatever. And then when they put the diagraph up there, they were like, they talk about Shiloh, Shedeur, and Dion in the picture, and then they had Archie, Peyton, and Eli. Bro, you had 3 Hall of Famers in one picture, and then you have one GOAT DB in the other picture, and 2 other guys that played college. Let their careers cook up a little bit, because even the dude went undrafted, Shiloh. Yeah, he still got into the league. You get what I'm saying? Now it doesn't matter how you got into the league; it's how you're gonna stay in the league. That's my thing.
To me, it felt like they was trying to humble him. That I don't know of any. Well, I don't know of any instance of where I don't want my quarterback to think he's the best player. I don't know of any instance where I don't think any player on my team is better than everybody that's coming into this. Now, should he have done the combine? I think so, right? I don't think I've ever seen, because did Cam Ward do the combine? Was Cam Ward there throwing?
No.
Oh,
Cam didn't throw at the combine either.
A lot of quarterbacks didn't do it.
It's a lot of.
So that's why I'm okay. So that's new to me.
Joe Burrow didn't do the combine. Joe Burrow didn't do the combine.
And Joe Burrow is insanely cocky. So I don't. So it seems like to me. I'm not as familiar. It sounds to me that they were upset that I hate that a black dude is doing it now, because it sounds like it's been Johnny Manziel was a cokehead and they still drafted him, and he was super cocky coming out.
Baker Mayfield. Johnny Manziel told you, he said, I watch zero film. I don't watch film. I don't watch film at all. He told them this. He told them this at the draft. He said, I don't watch zero film.
That's crazy, right? So how would that? So that's why I'm confused because let me ask y'all this because again, I'm not as familiar as a quarterback. When we talking about NFL picks coming out, was Shedeur versus Johnny Manziel as far as a prospect? Who was one better than the other, or are they about the same as far as
Johnny's way better?
Johnny way better.
Johnny's
as a prospect coming out.
Yeah.
Like when we talk about,
no, I'm not talking about in college. I'm talking about as a prospect for the NFL. You know what I'm saying?
Johnny
coming in was supposed to be like Shedeur, a top 5 pick.
There you go.
Johnny,
him talking and everything else, he fell into the late first round.
That's what I'm saying.
Because his rebuttals and how he talk and the interviews and stuff like that, it dropped his stock. People think that like it should be in most cases, but people think that your skill set and how good you are is just gonna carry you every single time. But they don't understand that, like I said, the business part about it. You gotta understand, bro. With me not saying much but saying a lot, you know who watching. So what I'm saying is you got to be able to display yourself a certain way. They want to be able to market you a certain way. And sometimes that's a conflict of interest no matter how good you are. That's why they so quick to take deals from everybody.
I'm not mad at that. What I'm saying is Johnny Manziel's conversation dropped him down to late first round.
Sure.
Sheduer Sanders dropped to the 5th. That's a big difference. If Shedeur goes second round, then okay, right? All right, you had a bad interview. They don't like. From what Shedeur did, I would have thought he was the one that was doing coke. From how far he fell. You feel what I'm saying? Like, how bad was these interviews? Is what I'm asking. How bad was the interview?
They say he was
go to the 5th round.
They say he was in an interview. How Bobby Shmurda was in that Epic Records.
He was in that
top of that table.
It's just
because it just didn't make sense because we all seen him play, so just like how can all these teams just
and I saw the same up on him.
He was top 5 in the Heisman voting.
That's what that's exactly
like, he won the Johnny Unitas award. He won, you know what I'm saying? Like he had the accolades, all that. So
let me ask you this as a panel: who is better, Shedeur or Cam?
Cam. Of course, come on now.
Okay, I just wanted to check some temperature here.
Now, hold on. No. Now let's do a better temperature check. Who's better, Shedeur or Jackson Dort?
Jackson is crazy. It's
Okay,
crazy.
so
wait,
it's debatable.
It's
debatable.
But listen,
it's debatable. It's not like
look. Yo, Jackson is playing in the SEC. What are we talking about, Ken? Don't do this, Ken. You know the level is different.
I don't know, y'all. That's what I'm asking.
No, I'm talking to Ken. Ken.
Hold on.
Buffs conference
Hold on.
and the SEC. Ken.
Hold on. Okay. I feel you. But did they not go to the Big 10 or the Pac-12? Did they not?
Big 12.
They got a better. They play Oregon. They got a better schedule.
Yeah.
And they got flushed.
How old Miss?
They was one game after playoffs.
That first year,
it was one game after playoffs.
So winning matters when it comes to MVP in basketball. Winning doesn't matter when it comes to your stock in college football.
No,
it don't seem like it. I don't think it does.
I got a problem with that when it comes to prospects. Because if you can't win in college, why do you think that they think that you can win in the NFL?
Travis Hunter was second pick though. He on the same team.
He's insane though.
He's
one of one.
Talking about winning, he was on the same team. He went number 2.
Who throwing Travis the ball? Who throwing
Shedeur is, but who's wide open every time he cooking everybody?
Bro, his whole team be open.
Bro,
that's why.
Bro, listen, Khalil could go out there and throw Travis 30 touchdowns.
Hey, stop playing with my man Lil Top. Stop playing with Lil like that.
I can throw.
Oh yeah, I feel like
I'm
you trying to try you.
I said Khalil could go out there and throw Travis 30 touchdowns. How open he was.
It sounded like you saying you a bum, Khalil. That's what I heard. I heard a bum.
Khalil. Now he's trying to. Khalil, you see how he's trying to do it? I just gave him a compliment. Now he want to manipulate it.
His other wide receiver got drafted.
Okay, I mean, but what I'm saying is, he's good and he accomplished a lot. His collegiate career is decorated for sure.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is this shit not hitting like Tebow. This shit not hitting like Baker. This shit not hitting like Johnny. This shit not hitting like Tua.
Ted, let me ask y'all a better question. That's a panel. Should Sheduer Sanders have went in the 5th round?
No.
That's ultimately
he should have went higher. He should have went higher. I don't have a problem with him going middle second, early third. But
let me ask
the panel. Crazy.
Let me ask the panel this.
Go ahead, Ken. Hey, close us out, man. Let's go. Go ahead.
What did Cam do better than Shedeur?
Everything.
He won games.
Everything. Touchdown.
How far did he go?
Almost to the play.
He went to that bowl and played Syracuse
almost?
and lost.
Did you just say almost?
So Zell did. Look at Zell. Why he say that?
Did you watch the defense was terrible though? So
terrible.
His offensive line was terrible.
Who's better, Ken?
Did Cam not have an offensive line?
But
he did.
I'm just saying, if we got to score 100 points to win the game,
Ken picked Shedeur already.
No, Ken didn't pick. Ken didn't pick yet.
I picked Shedeur.
Oh, you said Shedeur?
He said that at the beginning.
I ain't mad at you.
He did better without an offensive line. He did way better without an offense. Cam sitting back there like this, sitting back there.
He played Colorado State twice.
Why his face looking like that?
he played Colorado State twice.
Come on, man. Look, we ain't gonna beat it to death, man. Look, because I want to talk to you about the NBA.
That was the first year, Ted. But anyway,
I know. You good. I like Shedeur. I like Shedeur.